Is Fresno Unified a school district in crisis? Over the past several weeks, we've reported on many challenges the district is facing.
From academic performance scores that rank it significantly lower than most of the nation's large urban school districts, to fights on school campuses, to a lack of control on campuses that many teachers and employees fear is a risk for them as well as for students. Well, now those same FUSD employees are telling us they believe all of those problems and more may be emanating from the same source, a culture of retribution coming from the administration that they say permeates policies and practices, hanging like a dark cloud over the district.
We're in the dark. Why? Because even being beyond their reach, probably I'm not beyond their reach. They could be more coming for me.
This former teacher is talking about the Fresno Unified School District. And News Talk KMJ Afternoon Drive host Philip Teresi says he's heard this story before.
That's exactly what I've seen. The level of fear and apprehensiveness by staff is crystal clear as soon as you talk to these people.
Fresno Unified School District, third largest in the state, 106 schools, 10,000 staff, serving nearly 70,000 students with a budget of more than $2 billion. But critics call it a district in crisis.
You've got something like a reading rate, a grade level reading rate of 17%.
And just 9% in math, according to the same state diagnostic.
I think the public would be shocked if there was a running video of the things going on these campuses, and even more shocked if they saw the way these problems were dealt with.
From academics to fights on school campuses to teachers afraid even for their own safety.
Essentially, our school is on fire.
After 4 years on the FUSD school board, former trustee Terry Sladek says there's one thing at the heart of all of this.
The culture of retribution and the hostile work environment at Fresno Unified School District is awe-inspiringly bad.
Every teacher I have heard from the Fresno Unified School District, who is calling to talk about campus safety, who is calling to talk about support from administration, who's calling to talk about academic performance. Every one of them wants to use a fake name on the air. They don't want to be known.
They all know it. No one wants to talk about it.
But we do. So to find out more, I called. Hi, this is Monty Torres with Fox 26 News. Texted and emailed FUSD teachers and employees who were willing to come talk to us about this alleged culture of retribution. Several said they would shed light on this topic, but only if they could do so in the dark.
The culture of retribution in Fresno Unified is real.
Strong-arming, intimidation, harassment, bullying, isolation.
Teachers get threatened all day long. You know, I hear of them wanting to quit.
It happens every day at Fresno Unified.
From petty payback.
I've had an administrator attempt to write me up in my evaluation because I disagreed with her on a point. We are not allowed to disagree with our administrators.
Just a different opinion politely, did not offend anyone, and I was pretty much axed.
To retaliation so oppressive.
It even came to a point where I was suicidal last year this time. I just didn't know where to turn.
The retribution is constant. I've been in the district since 1999. And it's never been any different.
Stifling solutions, they say, and blocking progress.
Anyone who steps forward and tries to advocate for change is quickly dismissed.
At the end of the day, it's almost like our district has made it feel like a lost cause. Things are getting worse.
And who do they blame for that?
I'm gonna have to go back to the disconnect from the district office, and that starts with our superintendent.
So we contacted FUSD Superintendent Bob Nelson. We told him about our story and asked him what he thought of the accusations of a culture of retribution at Fresno Unified. After telling us about the challenges in managing a large urban school district with 10,000 employees and the efforts they're making to get better after the COVID pandemic, Nelson responded to the culture of retribution claims with this.
I can't speak to the folks specifically that you talk to, but there are people who get written up, who lose a position, who don't have all those opportunities. If you feel like the channels within the system are either non-responsive or are punitive, then take channels that are outside the system. I'm not saying I want people to file claims against us, but frankly, there are some checks and balances whereby your interests can be met, and I'd encourage people to do that.
So we did that, contacting Los Angeles-based employment attorney Tony Jaramillo. who's been practicing law in California for more than 26 years, representing only employees against their employers in hostile work environment, retaliation, harassment, and wrongful termination cases. Her opinion?
A hostile work environment is a workplace where there's serious instances of harassment, discrimination, even threats of violence, physical assaults, things of that nature. The situation here, as I see it, is a hostile work environment generalized, but an unsafe work environment, where teachers are feeling unsafe, the workplace is unsafe. Every employee has a right to a safe work environment. And if you complain about not having one and you're being retaliated against, the law protects you in that. The law protects you in that regard.
So retaliation is also a potentially actionable issue?
Absolutely, yeah. Retaliation is an actionable issue. Groups of people and employees where the same thing is happening to them, a class action, might be viable.
So, to anybody listening to you right now who might be in that environment, what would you say to them?
Come together, bring out your voices, seek legal counsel, find out what your rights are.
Haramia says you can talk to any attorney anonymously, protected by attorney-client privilege. Now, in our interview with Superintendent Nelson, he also suggested that contract negotiations now going on between the district and employee unions may be influencing the teacher and employee comments you just heard.
Whatever the case, even the perception among employees of a culture of retribution represents a problem for the district that needs to be addressed. You can hear Monty's entire interview with Superintendent Bob Nelson and KMJ 580 radio host Philip Teresi on the challenges that the district is facing and their take on a culture of retribution.
You'll find them on our website, kmph.com. And we would like to hear your opinion. We put a poll up on our website asking if you think there is a culture of retribution or retaliation in Fresno Unified schools.
Head to KMPH.com to vote and let us know what you think. We will be sharing those results with you before the end of this newscast, a story you've been working on for quite a while now, and
it is.
We'll see what happens next.
So looking forward to that.
Yeah. Do you have a story about your child's school that you'd like to share?
How students are behind in their education since the pandemic started, or how teachers are successfully helping students gain ground. Do you know of threats or safety concerns on your campus or something else?
If so, please email us at kmphclassroomtips@gmail.com or call 559-302-9242 and leave a message. You can share those ideas on our Fox 26 Crisis in the Classroom hotline and help us help you, which is how you heard from quite a few of these folks.
Precisely, yes. A number of them came forward, and I'm honored that they shared their story with us.